What's up everyone, and welcome back to my channel, and this is the second video of my Halloween DIY series. And in this video I'm going to show you how to make these 3 Pottery Barn dupes. I'm going to show you how to take materials from Dollar Tree and Five Below and turn them into these Pottery Barn lookalikes. Alright, let's get into it. So our first project, we're going to do this cozy pumpkin pillow, and as you see it's $49.50 on Pottery Barn. So I picked up this Sherpa blanket from Five Below, and what I did, I just cut it in half, and then I'm going to take some twine. I didn't measure that out, and then I'm just going to gather one end of the blanket. And I got this idea from a YouTuber, I think her name was Enter Design. I saw how she made her own little Sherpa blanket pillow, so I kind of just used her idea as a base. So I'm going to take this twine and wrap it around the part that I gathered, and I'm going to tie that off. I think I probably tied it like twice. Then I'm going to take some fiberfill, some like pillow stuffing, and I'm just going to plop that into the base of the blanket. Now make sure you want to put this on the non-Sherpa side, and then you're just going to gather it together. And I did hot glue the one side together to make sure it's completely enclosed. So what I did, I gathered the top and twisted it around, and then I just hot glued the rest of that seam up. And then I took a long piece of twine. Again, I did not measure this. I just rolled it out until it was a really, really long piece, and I tied it around the gathered part up top, because that's going to be the stem. And I made sure I tied that very tight. Then I'm going to take those 2 pieces and I'm going to wrap it around, all the way around to the bottom of the pumpkin, of the pillow. And then I'm going to tie that very tight. And I tied that about twice. And then I twisted the twine around so that it would go perpendicular, and wrapped that back around up to the top and tied it again. And then I just kept doing that. I just kept taking more twine, and just in between, like wherever there were big spaces, I, tied it around the base, wrapped it around the bottom, tied a knot, and again did it perpendicular up the other side. And I did that until it started to form the shape of a pumpkin for me. So now I took what's going to be the stem and twisted it around, and I took twine and glued the beginning base and then wrapped it around. Now looking back, I should have gotten a thicker piece of twine because this twine was too thin, and I just had to keep wrapping and wrapping and wrapping. Then it looked too long, so I bent it over in half and tried to wrap it again that way. And I layered the twine so it would look a little thicker. But as I was getting closer to the end, and you'll see, the base did not, guys, it looked like a penis to me. And maybe, I don't know, it might not look like that to y'all, but that's what it looked like to me. But otherwise, the pumpkin part came out pretty good. So next up, we're going to do this ghost pillow that is $79.50 on Pottery Barn. So what I did, I got a little Squishmallow and a white Sherpa blanket from Five Below. And with the blanket, I cut it in quarters. So I folded it in half and then folded it in half again and then cut along the seam that way. So it looks like this. And then I just glued like the end seams together, so it would be like one complete enclosed blanket, if that makes sense. Then I took the Squishmallow and eyeballed like where the middle was. And then I just put hot glue all over the top. I kind of glued like along the seams, and I just wanted to make sure I put a lot on the top, because again, this is a no-sew pillow. I kind of should have mentioned that for the the pumpkin one, that these are no sews. You know, hot glue is your best friend in the crafting world. So then I'm gonna flip it over and I was gonna tug down on the blanket to make sure it stays. And then I just put hot glue along both sides and then also along the front of the pillow, just to make sure the blanket is gonna stay in place. So I'm gonna take some black felt I got from Dollar Tree, and I'm just gonna cut out some ovals for the eyes. And then I just hot glued those eyes right on the front there. And here's what the two pillows look like together on my left. See, I think they came out pretty good, and the pumpkin stem doesn't look that bad from afar, so I'm pretty happy with it. Now for this damn near $200 candy dish, it's $1.99 on Pottery Barn. I took a serving bowl, a plastic bowl, and a skeleton from Dollar Tree, and I just spray painted those with a metallic silver. And then I'm just gonna set my skeleton up and just gonna place the bowl right where I want it to line up on the skeleton. Now initially I took some E6000, E600 glue. I was gonna use that to super glue it. And then I was like, well, I'm gonna have to sit here and hold it forever because it was like falling off. So then I smartened up and used some hot glue along with that, just because it would dry quicker. But then I also just let it sit for a couple minutes. I had used like another spray paint can and some painter's tape just to hold it down a bit. And then I just hot glued the hands to the side of the bowl so it would look like it's holding it. And then I did the same to the legs. I just glued the legs to the side of the bowl. But here's what it looks like here. So it looks like all put together. Hey, and Halloween candy isn't out yet because it's still August, but I just used what I had in my cabinet so you guys to get a feel of how it looks. But this is what it looks like. Happy Halloween, you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.